Hey guys, thanks for joining me for today's Yin yoga practice. So, for today's session, we will be going a little deeper into easing any tension in your lower back, in your shoulders, or your neck. So, for today's class, we will be needing a bolster and just a folded blanket. If you don't have a bolster that's firm, maybe grabbing onto two pillows instead, whichever works for you. And we can go ahead and start. So, sitting in our most comfortable position, very gently closing our eyes, taking a moment here to do a very quick check in, observing which parts of your body are feeling very, very comfortable, very strong, very energized. Also, being super aware of what's not feeling too good, what's feeling a little stiff, sore, even painful. Setting an intention for your practice today. What would you like to achieve? And how do you want to be feeling when you step off the mat? And checking in with our breath, placing our right palm over our chest, left palm over our lower belly. As we inhale, allowing your chest to expand, followed by expanding your lower belly. Exhale, chest sinks in, and completing your exhalation by pulling your belly in towards your spine. Inhale, chest, followed by your lower belly. Exhale, chest, and then belly in. Taking it to our own pace, breathing through our nostrils, keeping our mouth gently closed. And at the end of your next exhalation, we can release our palms back down. And we can start to open our eyes with a few blinks. Now, warming up the neck, we're going to tilt our head to the right side. Right hand guides us a little deeper into the stretch. If this is feeling good, you can start to extend your left fingertips out ahead of you. Breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2. You'll be feeling the stretch along the left side of your neck. And 1. Now very gently coming right back to center. We're going to switch over to the other side. Left hand brings us a little deeper. If this is feeling okay, extending your right hand out beside you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming right back to center. Now we're going to warm up the shoulders and our upper back a little, coming into our eagle arms. So crossing your elbows, we're going to try interlocking our fingers. So if this isn't comfortable, you can just touch your palms together or stay wherever is best for you. Now squeezing those shoulders. Inhale, can we lift our elbows up? And exhaling down. Inhale, can we lift? Exhaling down. One more time. Inhale, lift. Now holding it here as you breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming right back down. We're going to release our hands, switching over to the other side. Interlock. Can we squeeze? And inhale, can we lift? Exhaling down. Inhale. Exhale. Just one more time. Inhale. And holding it here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Coming right back down. We're going to release our hands. Now coming into a very gentle seated twist. We're going to inhale, lengthen our spine. Exhale, belly in. We're going to cross our left hand to our right knee, right fingertips behind us. Inhale, lengthen a little further. Exhale, gaze to your right side. Keep your chest lifted. Breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turning our head back forward, releasing our hands. Now switching over to the other side. Lengthen, belly in, lifting your chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Turning our head back forward and very gently releasing our hands. Now we're going to make our way up onto all fours, palms and our knees, slow and easy in your most comfortable way. Now having our shoulders in line with our wrist, hips somewhat in line with our knees, can we move a little side to side? Swaying in your most comfortable way. Now, very first stretch, we're going to go into our cat-cow. So, pushing firmly through the arms, we're going to round our chest forward, lifting your tailbone up towards the ceiling. Exhale, can we round the spine, tailbone down, belly in, and chin to your chest. Inhale, can we round forward. Exhale and back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. 2 more times. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale. And exhale. Coming right back to center, back to a neutral spine. Now we're going to take it into our thread the needle posture to help us release any kind of tension in your shoulders and the upper back. So keeping your knees a little further apart, can we inhale, start to lift our right hand up towards the ceiling, pushing firmly through your left arm, keeping the belly in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now exhale very carefully, reaching that right hand over to the left side. We're going to drop that right shoulder down, and then we're going to extend our left hand out ahead of us. Deep, long breaths here. Allowing yourself to ease into the stretch. I'll take a couple more breaths. And slow and easy, can we guide ourselves all the way back up onto all fours. Now switching over, we're going to inhale, lift our left hand up, pushing through the right arm, keeping the belly in. 3, 2, 1. Now exhale, reach the left hand over to the right side, drop the left shoulder down, and we're going to extend the right hand out. Deep, long breaths here. A couple more breaths. And then very gently guiding ourselves all the way back up onto all fours. Perfect. Now we're going to take it into a twist in our tabletop posture. So inhale, can we start to extend the right leg back? Exhale, we are going to cross it over to the left side. Now, before we go any further, can we just make sure that our left hip is in line with the left knee? So we're not pushing out to the side. Pull that hip in towards you. Now, we're going to twist towards the left side, looking back at your right foot. So twisting to the left. Breathe. Keep pushing through your arms. We don't want to sink into the shoulders or our wrist. You'll be feeling a stretch along the right side of your body. Keep the belly in as much as you can. And then very slowly coming right back to center. And we're going to switch over to the other side. So inhale, extend the left foot back. Exhale, cross it over to the right side. Now make sure your right hip is in line with your right knee. And can we gaze over to the right, breathing. Keeping the belly in very gently. Keep pushing through the arms. And we're going to come right back to center. Perfect. Now we'll take a moment here to stretch out the wrist so we can point our fingers out to the sides, pushing firmly through the arms. Now, if this is super comfortable, feel free to have your fingers pointing in towards you instead. We'll take 5 breaths here. and then coming right back to center. Now we're going to take it into our supported child's pose. So keeping your knees met with apart, big toes touching one another. So if you have your bolster by your side, grab onto that. Otherwise, feel free to use your pillows or even your folded blanket, whichever works for you. Now we're going to sit all the way back onto our heels. Now, if you start to feel a discomfort in the ankles, I want you to grab onto your blankets and place them under your heels. So whichever works. Take your time, slow and easy. We're going to lie all the way over, resting the side of our face down onto the bolster or the pillows. Drop your elbows down onto the ground and relax. Breathing. And we're going to very gently turn our head over to the other side so that we get a good stretch on both sides of our neck. And then our next inhalation, we can start to guide ourselves all the way back up onto all fours. We can keep our bolster aside. Now we're going to take it into our downward facing dog just to stretch out the legs, allowing the blood to flow. So tucking the toes in, we're going to lift all the way up and we can start to pedal our feet. Working on warming up the ankles, your calves, your hamstrings, your lower back, your shoulders, and your wrist. We'll take 5 more breaths here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. Coming all the way back down to the ground. Now we're going to come into 2 more postures for today. So we're going to grab onto our blanket or even a pillow would do, and then we're going to sit all the way back. Now we're going to very gently lie back down onto the ground, keeping our knees bent. Now feel free to fold the blanket a little further so it's a little thicker, and we're going to lift the hips up. Place the blanket under your sacrum, so not the mid back, but your sacrum. So push it down a little further. Now, whenever you're ready, can we start to lift both our feet up towards the ceiling? So if this still feels a little uncomfortable for you, feel free to stack another blanket or another pillow to lift the hips up a little further. Now we're going to breathe. This posture helps us to ease any kind of lower back discomfort, helps to bring down any tiredness, any swelling, any pain in your feet, your ankles, calves, and even the knees. Taking deep, long breaths. If at any point it gets too intense, feel free to drop your feet back down, take a quick break, and then come right back up. We also want to remember not to pull our legs too close in towards us. We don't want that pinching sensation in our lower abdomen. So try to get your knees somewhat in line with your hips. And very slowly starting to bend your knees. We can drop our feet back down to the ground. Now, very last posture for the day. We're going to push our blanket or the pillow down a little further, and we will start to extend both our legs out ahead of us, coming into a very, very passive back bend. This posture is very effective in relieving any kind of lower back discomfort, any tension you're feeling. Breathing into your lower back. If at any point this does not feel good, you can bend back your knees or even take the blanket away. Another 5 more breaths here. And we can start to very slowly bend our knees, feet down on the ground, lifting our hips up just a little, taking the blanket away. Now we're going to just sway a little side to side. We can start to gently lift our legs up, giving our legs a bit of a shake. Perfect. And taking your time, slow and easy, we can turn to our side and then guide ourselves up into our comfortable seated position. Starting to rub our palms together, placing them over our eyes. Massaging our neck. And our shoulders, lower back, our hips, and our knees. Whenever you're ready, bringing both your palms to heart center. we can open our eyes with a few blinks. And thank you very much for joining me for today's YIN session. Hope you're feeling a little more open, a little lighter. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you very, very soon.